LeBron on the outside, down by 2. LeBron moving in. Oh, they take it away! And .6 to play. The Bucks look like they're going to seal it and win the game.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I don't know, just being a complete basketball player.
One eternity later.
Here comes Jake. Sets a pick. LeBron with 6 to shoot. Down the middle he goes. All the way blocked by Giannis.
A few moments later.
I don't know. I don't have any holes in my game.
Porter Jr. with 5, with 4, for 3. He's fouled.
That's Luka's 6th.
Luka is out of the game.
Braun went by Giannis, but Giannis reached around, tapped it free. That happens quite a bit when you beat your man. You've got to know, I'm passing.
LeBron James had a solid night overall against the Bucks, especially late, dropping 13 points in the fourth quarter alone. For most of that stretch, it looked like he was ready to take control and close the door. Then the final 2 minutes hit, and everything flipped fast. Giannis Antetokounmpo switched onto him, and suddenly, the story changed completely. LeBron went 0 for 2 from the floor, capped off by a brutal game-sealing turnover. That so-called clutch gene people keep hyping up vanished on contact. The box score already looks rough, but the tape makes it look even worse when you slow it down and really watch what happened. So when are LeBron fans going to finally admit the uncomfortable truth that their king looks genuinely uncomfortable in clutch moments when elite defenders are locked in on him? Or are we still pretending those now infamous 2 for 32, game-tying, or go-ahead shot numbers with the Lakers are just bad luck and coincidence? Late in the game, Luka was out, and you could see it clearly on film. LeBron was waving frantically for screens, calling teammates over, doing everything possible to avoid a straight-up one-on-one with Giannis. He wasn't attacking with confidence. He was rushing to give the ball up, trying to escape the matchup before the defense swallowed him whole. And this is the same player who just said in an interview that there are no weaknesses in his skill set. Yet the moment Giannis checked him, LeBron looked allergic to the basketball. The confidence disappeared, the decisiveness vanished, and the body language told the whole story. That final possession was straight up painful to watch. Lakers down 2. Season-defining moment. Chance to tie or win. LeBron got the ball with Giannis guarding him. He tried to drive middle, and Giannis didn't even need help. No body contact, no chaos, no scramble, just a clean strip. Giannis reached in calmly and said, "I'll take that," like he was confiscating a toy. LeBron walked off the court looking defeated while Giannis celebrated sealing the win. The ball swung one last time, the shot went up, it didn't fall, and just like that, it was over. And now, let's update the numbers, because they actually got worse. That stat everyone tried to downplay? It's now 2 for 32 for LeBron on game-tying or go-ahead field goal attempts in the final moments with the Lakers. Not 2 for 31 anymore. 2 for 32. 2 makes. 32 misses. For someone constantly pushed as the greatest of all time, that number is shocking no matter how you slice it. Michael Jordan was famous for making those shots. Kobe Bryant built an entire legacy on owning those moments.
You even have a little bit of
Court and seemingly get to the front of the rim.
Did that. That was kind of lost on me. LeBron with the angle, Giannis just a nice job pursuing from behind.
LeBron's track record there is objectively bad. No spin needed. The defense always rushes in with the same excuse. He makes the right play. He finds the open man. He doesn't force bad shots. Sounds smart on the surface, but let's be real, that's pure cope. That's how fans rationalize why the supposed GOAT doesn't want the ball when it matters most. Making the right play is what good players do when they know they aren't the best option. True closers don't think like that. Dominant finishers demand the ball because they believe they're the best option no matter who's guarding them or what coverage is thrown their way. And that 3-year gap between LeBron and Giannis matchups, that's not random. Look at the schedule and notice the pattern. He's not missing games against weaker teams or shorthanded squads. He's conveniently out during matchups with elite contenders and superstar defenders. Those absences always get labeled as maintenance or minor injury management. Last night showed exactly why. Giannis is bigger, stronger, longer, and more athletic at this stage. He can switch onto LeBron and completely shut down everything he wants to do. Driving left doesn't work because of Giannis's length. Driving right doesn't work either. The step-back three isn't reliable because LeBron has never been a consistent shooter from deep.
Second of the back-to-back, playing really great basketball since turning 41. Lob jam! Doncic, Ayton, great chemistry there. Now Luka.
And at 41, it's even tougher on the second night of a back-to-back. People keep saying LeBron is playing great basketball at 41, and that part can be true. But when the lights are brightest and elite defense steps up, the limits become impossible to ignore. Those 13 fourth-quarter points, they all came before Giannis Antetokounmpo took the assignment full-time. LeBron was cooking smaller defenders, hunting mismatches, bullying guys who simply didn't have the size or strength to deal with him. That part looked familiar and comfortable. Then Milwaukee made the obvious adjustment and put their best defender on him. And just like that, everything stopped. The scoring dried up, the offense stalled, the turnovers started piling up, and the game slowly slipped away right in front of everyone watching. LeBron fans will rush to the schedule and say, "Look who the Lakers have been beating. Pelicans, Grizzlies, twice. Kings, Jazz." They'll hype that up like it means something. It doesn't. That's not impressive. That's beating teams you're supposed to beat. Those teams are either tanking, injured, or just flat out bad. Let's be honest, a kindergarten squad could probably compete with the current Jazz roster, and that's barely an exaggeration at this point. The Lakers almost lost to the Pelicans, who've been terrible all season. They nearly lost to Memphis without Ja Morant, which should never happen for a team pretending to have championship aspirations. These aren't statement wins. These are expected outcomes against inferior competition, yet fans are celebrating like playoff series just got wrapped up. And that "no holes in my game" comment? It ages worse every single time. When LeBron faces elite defenders in clutch moments, the holes are obvious. The three-point shooting is still inconsistent. After 22 seasons, the free throw shooting has declined. Instead of refining the mid-range, that part of his game vanished once analytics labeled it inefficient. And most importantly, the clutch gene, the thing that separates good players from truly great ones, just isn't there with any consistency. Giannis stripping the ball from LeBron said everything. There was no help defender, no trap, no chaos, just straight up one-on-one defense where the better player in that moment took the ball cleanly. That's embarrassing for someone constantly pushed as the GOAT by media members who clearly aren't watching closely. The post-game body language told the full story. LeBron walked off looking like he just lost a playoff game. And honestly, that makes sense because he knows he came up short. Giannis celebrated with his teammates because he made the play his team needed. One player rose to the moment. The other shrank from it.
And there's Marcus, and it doesn't go, and the game's over. Milwaukee comes out of Los Angeles.
That's the difference between actual clutch players and players who get labeled clutch because their PR teams repeat it loud enough and long enough. And don't even get started on the plus-minus debates. That conversation is comedy at this point. When LeBron's plus-minus is negative, fans ignore it completely and point to every other stat imaginable. When it's positive, suddenly it's the most important metric in basketball history. The inconsistency is obvious to anyone paying attention. Stats only matter when they support the narrative. When they don't, they magically stop counting. Let's be clear. LeBron at 41 is still a good player. That's not the argument. He can still put up numbers against weak competition. He can still overpower smaller guards and wings. But against elite competition, in crucial moments, the truth shows itself. He's not the closer his reputation suggests. And that gap between reputation and reality is exactly why these performances are so frustrating to watch. The whole "I make the right play" mantra, that's self-protection. It's a built-in excuse for why he passes instead of shoots when the game is on the line. Michael Jordan never talked like that. Kobe Bryant never framed their games that way. They wanted the ball because they believed they were the best option, period. LeBron talks about making the right play because he knows he isn't always that guy anymore. And smart basketball is not the same thing as dominant basketball. Making the right pass is good team play. But when you're paid like a superstar and marketed as the greatest ever, fans expect you to take the shot, not hand it off to a role player who's less talented and less experienced in those moments. And that 3-year gap between LeBron and Giannis matchups cannot be ignored. In a league where teams face each other at least twice a year, going 3 years without matching up against a specific superstar doesn't happen by accident. LeBron's camp will call it injury management, load management, or smart rest. But when you look at which games get skipped and which don't, the pattern tells the real story. Last night showed exactly why that avoidance exists. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a nightmare matchup for a 41-year-old LeBron James, and that reality is impossible to ignore. The size, length, and athleticism gap is overwhelming. LeBron can't blow by him anymore. He can't rise up and shoot over him consistently. He can't bully him in the post. All the tools that made LeBron dominant for 2 decades simply don't work against someone with Giannis' physical profile and defensive instincts anymore.
I don't know, just being a complete basketball player. You know, I have to be able to, change the landscape of how I play up according to how our team wants to play. So, I've been playing off the ball, obviously, pretty much the majority of the season. So, picking spots and figuring out ways how I can still be productive to help us, play winning basketball when I'm on the floor, both offensively and defensively. So, I don't know. I don't have any holes in my.
That turnover was especially brutal because it was clean. No bad whistle, no controversial contact, no excuses. Just Giannis reading the play, timing his reach perfectly, and taking the ball away like it was routine. That's textbook defense against a player who's lost a step and doesn't have the counters to make up for it. Young LeBron might have powered through that, might have finished anyway, but 40-plus LeBron didn't. He just lost the ball. And let's talk about that recent Lakers schedule because it matters. Pelicans, Grizzlies without Ja Morant twice, Kings, Jazz. That's not a murderer's row. That's a stretch of games any competent NBA team should win comfortably. Yet the Lakers almost dropped multiple games in that span, despite having a massive talent advantage. That's not championship-level basketball. Honestly, that's barely playoff-level basketball if we're keeping it real. Still, LeBron fans celebrated those wins like they were statements, posting highlights, saying he was turning back the clock, pulling out every advanced stat that supported a positive narrative. Then the Bucks showed up with real talent, real defense, and reality reasserted itself fast. Good players dominate bad teams. Great players dominate everyone. And LeBron at 41 is still good, but he's not great anymore. Especially in clutch situations, the Chosen One nickname feels like ancient history watching these performances. That player who could take over games through sheer force doesn't exist anymore. The version who could get to the rim at will, who elevated his game when the stakes were highest, that LeBron is gone. The current version is still effective in specific situations against specific competition, but against elite defenders in crucial moments, he looks like exactly what he is, a 41-year-old trying to hang on. And that 2 for 32 record on game-tying or go-ahead shots with the Lakers is damning. That's not a small sample size anymore. That's a pattern. That's evidence. In the moments where stars are supposed to shine brightest, LeBron consistently comes up short. You can explain away 1 miss. You can even explain away 2. You cannot explain away 32 without admitting he's not clutch in those scenarios. Kobe Bryant built his entire legend on making those shots. Michael Jordan was famous for them. Even players like Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving have multiple game winners in massive playoff moments. LeBron's highlight reel in those situations is thin compared to what his overall resume suggests. His championships came from sustained excellence over full series, not last-second heroics when everything was on the line. That's fine. Different players win in different ways, but fans and media insisting he's the most clutch player ever, or the GOAT because of clutch moments, are rewriting history. The record doesn't support it. The film doesn't support it. The tape shows a player who's great for the first 46 minutes and often disappears in the final 2 when defense tightens and margins shrink. Last night was just another data point. Solid game overall disappeared once Giannis took over defensively. Lost the ball in the biggest moment. He walked off looking defeated. And that exact sequence has played out so many times during his Lakers tenure that it's become predictable. The fact that people are still shocked when it happens shows how powerful narrative can be compared to evidence. If you're ready to see these performances for what they really are, smash that like button and subscribe.